Hello tennis guys and welcome to my channel. So this is my first real playtest with the Wilson RF 0.1 300 gram version. So the middle racket of the three rackets that are available. So I will go a little bit more into the into the learning process of hitting with this type of racket, because this is really something new, something fresh, something quite unusual on the racket market nowadays. And in my opinion, and you could also see that from the previous videos when I was talking about the not so good design, not so good overall quality, the build quality of the series, that I felt more, let's say, negative about those rackets than positive. But that was before the real hitting with these rackets, and things are now changing when I'm hitting with these rackets right now. And let me talk about the process and how I felt during the first real playtest with the racket, with this series, with Zdenek. And in my opinion, these are the most controversial rackets or racket series in the last maybe 10 years. So let me get into it. Hitting with the 300 gram version. At the first, let's say, very few first points, very few balls, very few hits, the racket feels very, very easy to control, very easy to maneuver. It has this sense like it feels like a toy, really. But when you strike the ball, when you hit the ball, the things change. The hitting experience is super rewarding. As many people pointed out, when you read reviews or opinions of the real live users, not someone who is just a professional tennis player, let's say, or someone who is doing the reviews of the tennis gear for money, or some shops who are promoting those rackets. So from my perspective, as a long time player, as an experienced player who plays during the season with many rackets, I can say that this is, and that is in my opinion, the kind of groundbreaking attribute of these rackets, is that they are unforgiving, but they are super satisfying at the same time. So don't expect any honeymoon period, or don't expect falling in love at the first sight or at the first play. You will experience a continuous learning curve, where you are finding and searching and looking for unusual and refreshing feedback, where you are finding literally yourself in the hitting process, when you are learning what you are doing wrong, and the racket is giving you the type of feedback that if with every and each of the shot you make, you know what you did right or what you did wrong. So the biggest difference compared to the mainstream rackets is that the mainstream rackets are there to correct you, or let's say to comfort you. You know what I mean by that? So imagine you are a small child that does something wrong, and you are kind of unhappy about it, and then there is your grandparent who comes to you and said, never mind, everything will be okay, don't be so sad, and something like that. These are the standard nowadays modern rackets. Forgiving, they forgive you. But imagine that when you do something wrong, and there is this wise man who comes to you, and he will tell you, stop it. Stop being, crybaby. You know what you do, what you have to do. You know how you should hit the ball. You know that your feet should move better. You should position yourself better. And you should do that. Stop being a crybaby. And that is exactly how these rackets feels. So they don't comfort you. They don't forgive you. They lead you. These rackets lead you. They show you the path. And now you can see the complete shift in my opinion on these rackets. I still think that the design should be better. The color should be better. The overall aesthetics of the racket should be better, because many people around me said that they just look horrible. They just look horrible, that those rackets are something they would never buy, never ever. But they play like, I would say, like no other racket now on the market. So do you hear my enthusiasm that is building while I'm playing with those rackets? It is like with people. You meet someone who looks like the best person in the world, and then you find the mistakes and the flaws and the negative side of the person. And sometimes you meet someone who looks like you're not sure about him, right? He is like a little bit mysterious, little bit looks like cold-hearted, like a person that is not really emotional immediately, but maybe he's emotional inside, and he will show the emotion later when it is really important. And that's how I feel about those rackets. Isn't that nice? Isn't that how the life should be? We shouldn't get everything in one, let's say, moment. We should discover those good things. We should search for them. We should look for them. We should be more curious. We shouldn't be given everything in one moment. And that's what the most of the other rackets are kind of giving us. They are giving us the pleasure right away from the start. And then you get bored, right? There is nothing to discover anymore, right? So yeah, this is just how I feel about the RFs right now, in this moment. And I'm still at the very beginning. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. I just reached 4,000 subscribers, which is fantastic, phenomenal. And the number is just growing each of month. And I would like to thank you for your cooperation, for your great questions, for your patience, for your great ideas, for your opinion, and of course for your overall support. So if you want to further support my channel, there is this option with the membership. You can become a member. Every single month you can donate me this way $2 a month. That's a pretty small amount that probably no one really will notice in his bank account, but I will notice that if there is few of you, and it will help me immensely to stay positive, to work on other videos, to maintain the quality of the videos, and maybe to even improve the quality of the videos. And of course there are the other three options that you can become my supporter: by buying me a coffee, by clicking the super thanks button, and by donating me some of your love through the PayPal. And if you do so, you can ask me a question, because it's a donation question. If you donate me something, I will give something back to you. I can help you, I can guide you through the process of buying a new tennis racket, a new tennis shoe. You can ask me any question about technique, about your problems in your tennis, let's say tennis life. So guys, once again, thank you so much for your support. It has been great for the last 2 years, and of course, I wish you all the best, and as always, enjoy tennis, play tennis, watch tennis every time, every day, and don't forget to enjoy the manooovrlbity. Bye, guys.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line!